University of Tennessee says it's investigating allegations of fraternity hazing targeting Asian students. Students told 10 News that male students approached them asking for their picture, and this was all for a class project. And as WBIR 10 News reporter Stephanie Haynes tells us, administrators and students are now taking this very seriously. Stephanie?
The university says it can't reveal any details because the investigation is ongoing. But students tell me this alleged behavior has been going on for years and they want to put a stop to it. Crystal Lee says earlier this year she was in the dining hall when two guys approached her.
They were just like, "Can I take a photo with you for my geography class and everything?" And I was like, yeah, sure. I didn't really think anything of it.
Later, a friend told her it was part of a hazing ritual for fraternity recruits. And on Monday, she filed a racial bias report with the university.
It's kind of messed up.
Maya Bean found herself in a similar situation 2 years ago.
Two boys approached us while we were studying and asked if we could take, if they could take our pictures for a campus ministry scavenger hunt.
Students like senior Jonathan Thomas were fed up with hearing about this happening to their friends, and he took it to the Office of Student Conduct and to Student Government Association.
For me, it's just that more people know about it and are aware.
The university says it can't give out details while it investigates, so we don't know which fraternity could be involved. But Interfraternity Council President James Unn says he doesn't believe the allegations are part of a new member program.
What I did do was go to the presidents and say, hey, this is going on. If it's going on in your chapter, take care of it now because it's an issue and this is not something that needs to be happening in our fraternity chapters.
He identifies as Asian American and says it saddens him to hear about this. And it's something people like Maya Bean say is not an excuse.
I don't want to fault them for not understanding what this means to this population, right? If they've never had experience in it, if they've never been in circles where this has been a conversation. But that's what this institution is supposed to do.
University data shows that more than 75% of students enrolled identify as white and less than 1% identify as Asian. The university has a strict anti-hazing policy, and students can report incidents of bias to the Bias Education and Response team. Guys.